Welcome to the quick tour of time spent. The first time you use time spent, 3 sample projects will be created. These can be used to help you become familiar with the application. On the projects list page, you can sort the projects alphabetically or by a specific order. Setting a specific order is as easy as holding down the projects row and moving it into the position of your choosing. You can add a project by tapping Add Project at the bottom of the list, or by tapping the large plus on the top left. You're required to enter a project name. You can optionally add a description, and here you've also set up your reminder and your reminder frequency preferences. You can mark a project as favorite, and then it will be available in the favorites list. You can start a project from the favorites list. You can also see a list of all the projects that are currently running. If you have a large list of projects, you can quickly filter out the project that you want simply by typing the name. You can view the time spent on a project by tapping the project name and selecting Show Spent Time from the menu. You can edit the time spent by tapping on the time spent entry. You can modify the project name, the start date and time, the end date and time, and any notes about that spent time. You can filter the spent time details by tapping the magnifying glass. On the spent time filter screen, you select a starting time and an ending time, or you can select from a list of ranges that are predefined. You also need to select the projects you'd like to include. You have the ability to email a formatted report of the spent time details. Or you can email a comma-separated values formatted report. You can see a summary view of the spent time. And you also have filtering options available from the summary view. The ability to email the summary view is also available. You can add spent time manually by tapping on the project and then selecting Add Spent Time from the menu. You can modify the start and end times and add notes. You can edit a project by tapping the project name and selecting Edit Project from the menu. From the Edit Project dialog, you'll be able to modify the reminder behavior and the frequency of reminders. You can start a project running by simply tapping the toggle to the right of the project name. You also stop a running project by tapping the same toggle. You can set up a project so that it always asks you to set a reminder. You will then be prompted to select the reminder frequency when you start the project. You can also set up your project so that The reminder frequency will always default to your specified duration. In the Preferences area, you can configure if you want currently running projects to stop when a new project is started. With it set to always, whenever I start a new project, the currently running projects will stop. If I set the Stop Projects preference to Never, then as I start new projects, the old projects will continue to run. I can stop all currently running projects by tapping the X on the top right of the All Projects screen. With the Add Notes preference set to Ask, whenever a project is stopped, I will be prompted to add notes for that time spent. With the Add Notes preference set to Never, I will never be prompted to add a note when a project is stopped. When you set a reminder, you will be reminded of the running project after a specified increment of time. When the reminder is displayed, you will have the option of stopping, dismissing, or snoozing the reminder. Snoozing the reminder will keep the project running and will remind you that the project is running after the specified period of time. Dismissing the reminder will allow the project to continue to run, but you will no longer be reminded that the project is running. Selecting Stop will stop the running project. You can also tap the project name and the application will come into the foreground. Reminders will pop even if the application is not active. You can delete spend time entries by dragging the row to the right or the left. You can also delete projects by dragging the project row to the right or left. If you have a large quantity of time spent entries that you'd like to delete, it's probably easiest to do so from the Clear Log Data screen. You only need to select a starting and ending time and the project or projects for which you'd like the time spent entries to be deleted. That concludes the tour. If you have any questions or you need additional help, send an email to timespentsupport@orgorganization.com. Thank you.